You cannot be a businesswoman if your own personal finances are in shambles. The world is brutal to women. The world is brutal to capitalism. So you're trying to encompass all of these aspects that the world loves to tear down so you can be the best at it. And the number one recommendation I have is to just... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to become a businesswoman, and we're going to incorporate a little bit of wisdom from the Bible and a little bit of law of attraction. So if you're trying to figure out how to become a businesswoman, or where do you even start, or what does that even take, this is the video you'll need. I guarantee you, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to keep it completely transparent, and I am going to tell you, in my opinion, how you can be the best businesswoman you can ever be. So stay tuned. Let's start off with what the Proverbs 31 woman is. The Proverbs 31 woman is a business-minded, beautiful, intelligent woman who's also a wife to her husband and a great mother to her children. She wakes up early in the morning to prepare meals for her family, and then she also is a trader. She does bartering, right? So she's an entrepreneur. She's able to create her own income and still take care of her family, and that is what the Proverbs 31 woman is, and I love it. I aspire to be like that. Once I really started understanding what God wants out of me as a woman, I was able to really execute to the next level. For those that are not spiritual or who don't really believe in God, that's when law of attraction comes in. Law of attraction is kind of like the sister of religion. It kind of aligns with the same thoughts and beliefs, but it also gives you a more broader perspective that doesn't tie you into religion. Let's talk about how to become a businesswoman. So, highly recommend. This is what I live by. Number one is using wisdom to become a decision maker. What that means is we cannot react off of emotion. Women are known to be extremely emotional. I had to really start focusing on my emotional intelligence as I got older. As I got older, I started to focus on how to become more emotionally intelligent, right? I was psychologically intelligent, I was spiritually intelligent, physically intelligent, but emotionally, I just wasn't there. And even as we speak, I'm still trying to get there. And when it comes to business, you have to be able to make logical, rational decisions without your emotions being involved. And the best way that you can surrender your emotions so that your brain takes over is utilizing wisdom. And the Proverbs 31 woman, she is strategic and she makes wise investments. It says it in the Bible. So in order for you to be strategic and make wise investments, you have to be able to make decisions based off wisdom and not emotions. And some people may not like your decisions, and it's not your job to make people like the decision that you've made, whether it's in a meeting, whether it's in a company, whether it's for your family. Utilizing wisdom will help alleviate stress for you. And do your research. Don't think that you know it all. Reach out to various resources, and also trust your instincts, right? I think that the woman intuition never fails. I will say this, I will die on that hill. The woman intuition is by far the most powerful thing we have. And if we're able to control our emotions and our intuitions, they're usually right on point. And the law of attraction teaches us that like attracts like. We already know this already. When you make a decision with confidence and wisdom, it is most likely to attract more opportunities for you. And that is how you can incorporate utilizing the Bible, utilizing law of attraction to make wise decisions. So my second recommendation on how you can be a business, like the best businesswoman you can be, by balancing your ambition with compassion. Ambition is great in women. Ambition is what makes you determined. So it's good to be fierce, but you should also be kind, because nobody wants to be around a mean woman all the time, right? But you also don't want to be a pushover. The Proverbs 31 businesswoman, she's very fierce, she's very confident, but she also has compassion, right? We should be able to balance both. And the way that you can balance both, again, we're going to revert back to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is what helps you balance being a decision maker, being fierce, making decisions that other people may not like, but you should also be compassionate and kind Because kindness can get you so far into this world. But also, don't let your kindness be taken as weakness. You have to have a spine. You have to have a backbone. The world is brutal to people. The world is brutal to women. The world is brutal to capitalism. So you're trying to encompass all of these aspects that the world loves to tear down so you can be the best at it. And the number one recommendation I have is to just do it all with grace, do it all with kindness, and do it all with integrity. So whether it's for your team, your employees, your clients, your staff, colleagues, it's really important to lead with compassion and logic. By sending out positivity through your actions to your team, through your communities, and by cultivating this positive work environment, this positive thought of frame, you're not just going to attract success, because law of attraction is always working. You're going to attract more meaningful connections, more meaningful opportunities, more meaningful relationships with people that can actually take you to the next level. Because remember, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. It's about being at the right place at the right time, just like Ecclesiastes taught us in the Bible. In order for you to be at the right place at the right time, people have to take you seriously. People have to value your opinion. And the number one way that you can do that is by being fierce, ambitious, and compassionate when you are executing. So step 3, which I live by this, like I can't stress this enough to you. You have to be beautiful. It does not mean that you're genetically beautiful. It does not mean that you're a supermodel. It just means that you're clothed very nicely. You watch your figure, you're not indulging in gluttony, overeating, right? And you are making sure that you look your best at all times. Like for instance, the past 2 days, I've been sick. I had an allergic reaction to some fumes, I guess. And I have been so sick, not even sick with like a cold or flu or anything, but just having these allergic reactions, right? Here I am today at work. I'm up and at 'em. I didn't let that stop me. Like even though I was laying around in bed and like super sick, today I'm up and at 'em. I'm still not 100%, but I came, I showed out, I looked wonderful, I got my work done, and I put a smile on my face even when it was hard. So that is another key aspect of being a businesswoman. It's just your confidence has to radiate in everything that you do, which includes even when you don't feel like it, you kind of have to fake it. You kind of have to show the world that you're strong enough to take on any tasks that you have, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're under the weather. You still have to be able to show that you can take on these tasks and challenges no matter what. Next, oh my God, this is so important. I cannot stress this. As a businesswoman, if you do not have a handle of your finances, it's going to be very hard for you to become a businesswoman. And the best way that you can practice of how to be more financially savvy is through your own personal finances. A lot of us know how much money comes in, but we don't really know how much money goes out, right? And I also teach about reconciling your monthly accounts and reconciling all of your debts and credits throughout the months every single month via Excel. I have a reconciliation video that you guys should definitely check out. In order for you to become a businesswoman, you have to know finance, you have to know data. It's inevitable. You don't want to hire people that are telling you what the finances and data is of your business and the ins and out, because you know what's going to happen? People can lie to you. So you need to have your own understanding of it. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you do. The best way that you can practice is through your own personal finances. You're a human, like a machine. You wake up every day, you generate income. That income comes in, you have cost of goods. Cost of goods in this case would be like your light bill, telephone bill, your rent, your groceries, fixed expenses, variable expenses. You need to be able to have that written down. So for me, I have a running list of all my monthly expenses, what's fixed and what's variable. Variable meaning what changes, right? Fixed would be my cell phone bill. I pay my family's cell phone bill for my mom, my sister, and I. The bill is $148 every month. That would be a fixed expense. A variable expense is things that changes, like groceries. Some weeks I might spend $100, other weeks I might spend $150. And that's where budgeting comes in at. So you have to be able to know how to budget, and you have to know your cash flow. Your cash flow is, you know what's coming in and you know what's going out. So a lot of us know, like, hey, I make $75,000 a year. But how much per year are you spending? That's the key, right? Your rent is $1,000 a month. If you're making $75K, now $12,000 a year goes to your fixed expense of cost of living. And so you need to be able to really have a great understanding of analyzing trends and data and finances. I recommend reading financial books. I recommend Google, ChatGPT, YouTube University. My videos also help you to really have a better understanding of your finances. You cannot be a businesswoman if your own personal finances are in shambles, right? You have to be able to have a tracking system. I'm a huge Excel fan. I wouldn't say that I'm expert with Excel, but I have highly advanced Excel skills where I can pivot data, I can create bars and graphs, and necessary information to give myself a snapshot of what I did for that month. And your bank does that. I have Chase Bank. I log on to my mobile banking and there's a snapshot of my expenses, a snapshot of my cash flow. Read that, understand that. You need to be able to know how to understand your data or your finances, or else you're not a businesswoman. But you can be. These are all teachable things. So in order for you to make a wise decision that does not involve emotions, in order for you to speak confidently to your clients, your colleagues, your employees, to your team, you need to have a thorough understanding of your finances in addition to your product. Like if you're selling a cell phone, you better know the ins and outs of this cell phone. Product development, product management, product marketing. You don't have to be a guru at these things, but you have to know that the people you hire to do those tasks for you, in order to manage those tasks, you have to know how to do it. I'm a firm believer in it's impossible for you to manage work that you don't even know how to do yourself. You can't manage a CFO if you don't even understand the CFO's work. This is what happens when you're a businesswoman. You're the CEO. Everything lies on you. When you're a startup, you're probably the only employee at your company. So you need to show out. You need to have all of your ducks in a row, your I's dotted and your T's crossed. And that comes with having a thorough understanding of your data, your finances, and being able to analyze those trends. When your mind is confident, when your internal is confident because you exercise daily, you look good, you have nice clothes, you have compassion, you're fierce, you have ambition, those are the qualities that are embedded within a businesswoman. So whether you are religious and believe in God, or whether you're into law of attraction, it's all the same. You attract what you like. Like energy attracts like energy. Become whatever you're trying to manifest, become it. If you want to become a businesswoman, you don't own a business, guess what? Your life is a business. You get up and you go to work every day, you generate income, and now you have cost of goods to pay for. Treat it like a business. And then remember, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And businesswomen understand that. Businesswomen, they don't really go around spending money. They have a thorough understanding of how money is made and how to make more money and how to manage the money. Managing money is your number one skill set to conquer if you want to be a businesswoman. If you don't have a thorough understanding of finances, everything else I told you could just throw it out the window. You just throw it out the window because you got to know data, got to know finances. And we always talk about maintaining a positive mindset and all that. In business, you get really discouraged if you don't know your stuff, right? You ever seen somebody and they're like, man, that girl knows her stuff, or that guy knows his stuff. The reason why they can say that about that person is that person has proved to the communities and to the business and to the society that I know my stuff. I've done my research, I've done my due diligence, and this is how things are supposed to be done. You should be able to execute a plan and follow through with it with the utmost confidence. Maintaining a positive mindset is only possible if you've done the hard work. If you have not done any work and you walk into a meeting, you're going to have very low confidence, and that low confidence is going to radiate negative energy, and now we might lose that deal. We can't really have that happen. We can't have that happen to you. You got to close that deal. You got to get that client. You got to make that sale. And you have to be confident when you do so. And the only way that you'll be confident is by doing your homework, doing your due diligence, understanding your product, understanding your finances, the ins and outs, and the overall operations of your company. So So with all that said, you can also become a businesswoman. You can start your own company. Whatever it is that you want to do when it comes to entrepreneurship and capitalizing, you can totally do that. In regards to how to start a business, how to run your business, how to maintain or manage daily operations, I will make other videos about that. But this video is solely to discuss how to become a businesswoman, because it takes more than just an MBA or a little bit of knowledge of how to, cook food or starting a restaurant. It's really dependent on you as a woman, how you look, how much knowledge you have, how much ambition you have, and exactly how you execute business deals. And the only way that you'll be able to have a thorough understanding of your day-to-day operations in your business is just by doing your due diligence, working hard, reading, studying, and really growing your knowledge and having an in-depth knowledge of the business that you're trying to start, and also just really cultivating your self-care. Focus on your looks, focus on your beauty, and most importantly, focus on your knowledge, because beauty and brains is what makes the perfect businesswoman. Thanks for watching. Bye.